Hey guys, this is Austin with the Great Picture Show, here to test a new show idea. A show where we talk about DLCs and what we, or in this case I, liked about them best, and try to get through it in about 5 minutes. I would like to say that if you're trying to stay away from spoilers, then please click off of this video because we will be discussing main characters, weapons, as well as the final boss in the DLC. It also may be important to note that End of Zoe has a 75 on Metacritic, and it has a very positive score on Steam, which is generally favorable overall. Now, without further ado, let's jump into Resident Evil 7's End of Zoe.
We got a casualty here. Hey, I think she was.
What the hell you boys up to?
That's her, all right. Zoe Baker. She's still breathing. Call in to HQ.
Did you say Zoe?
Sir, do you live here?
What the hell's wrong with her?
We're
Zoe!
here to help. So
What
everything.
in God's name have you done?
Sir. Whoa! Stop! Stop!
Oh my goodness, Zoe. What the hell do they do to you?
Today we're looking at Resident Evil 7 and its final DLC, End of Zoe. Released on December 12th, 2017, End of Zoe serves as the last of the Resident Evil 7 DLC and the wrap-up of its well-crafted story and articulated world. Speaking of which, I don't know about you guys, but the ambiance, the atmosphere of this game, let alone the DLC, is nothing short of eerie and dreadful, which is great for a horror title and especially great for the Resident Evil franchise. Minus the motherfucking alligators, of course. Why the fuck did they have to put gigantic, terrifying alligators around every goddamn corner in this game? Holy shit. Anyway, in End of Zoe you play as Joe Baker, brother of main antagonist Jack Baker and uncle of Zoe. Joe as a character, he's okay. He's not necessarily super fleshed out most of the time, though his motives are clear. He obviously just wants to save Zoe for the entirement of the game. But, I mean, overall, I don't think he's a great character. But, I mean, at least he gets to eat bugs to heal stuff. I mean, that's pretty brutal, right? Now, with almost every iteration of a game, whether it's DLC or not, you're bound to have a new weapon, right? Well, sort of. Joe only uses melee attacks and combos for a solid 80% of the DLC. Once you reach near the end of the playthrough, however, you receive a, well, what they call an AMG-78 or the Advanced Multi-Purpose Gauntlet.
Ready for use.
Which, I won't lie to you, it's a blast to use, the first few times anyway. After a while it gets a bit repetitious and slightly overpowered when every enemy becomes a one-hit kill and they explode with every punch. Now what bothers me the most is probably the final boss. They build him up to be this mysterious kickboxing swamp monster, which was neat I guess, but then you get to the reveal at the end of the DLC, or at least towards the end of the DLC, and it's, you guessed it, it's Jack Baker, the antagonist you defeat in the main game of Resident Evil 7. Honestly, I wanted it to be something a little more unique, but needless to say, I still enjoyed beating the shit out of him, but I almost attribute that more to the gauntlet than I do anything else. Now, once you've completed RE7 and Not a Hero DLC with Chris Redfield, I do feel like End of Zoe is a decent wrap-up to the story, and it's decent fun if you want to run around and just beat the shit out of all the molded for about an hour or so. So overall, I would honestly probably recommend this to you if you at least enjoyed the base game. With that being said, that's going to be the end of this video for today. If you guys liked this video or like what at least I'm trying to do with, I guess in a sense, reviewing DLCs, but more so just kind of going over them and talking about them a little bit, let me know in the comments down below. I am curious to see if this format's going to work out well, and if so, I'll consider making more in the future. But with that being said, you guys have a good one. This has been Austin with the Great Picture Show. See you later, guys.